Attention all seniors. If you're relying on the SASSA grants, then the upcoming changes in July 2025 could significantly impact your monthly payments, and you need to be prepared. The South African government is making crucial updates to the grant system, and understanding these changes could mean the difference between receiving the full benefits you deserve or losing out. In this video, we'll break down exactly what you need to know about these rule changes, from the new eligibility criteria to how the grant amounts could be affected, whether you're currently receiving the old age grant, disability grant, or care dependency grant. These updates could have a major effect on your financial planning. If you don't take action now, you could miss out on critical information that could leave you struggling later. The July 2025 SASSA grant changes are not just about small adjustments. They could reshape how grants are distributed, who qualifies, and how much you're able to receive. With inflation and rising costs hitting seniors particularly hard, it's vital to stay informed about how these changes will impact your ability to cover daily expenses like food, healthcare, and other essential needs. We're diving deep into these updates to make sure you're fully prepared. You'll learn about the specific adjustments to the grant amounts when the changes go into effect, and most importantly, how to make sure you're receiving everything you're entitled to. If you don't want to miss out on these crucial updates that could affect your finances, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Stay informed and make sure you're ready for July 2025. Like this video now so you don't miss a single update. So let's dive right into it. If you're watching this video, chances are you rely on your SASSA grant or you know someone who does. The South African Social Security Agency, SASSA, has been an essential support system for millions of seniors in South Africa, providing much-needed financial assistance to those who need it most. However, come July 2025, everything changes. This isn't just another update. This could have a serious impact on the way your grant works, how much you're receiving, and even who qualifies. It's crucial for you, your family, or anyone who depends on these grants to understand exactly what's happening and how it will affect you. Trust me, the changes that are coming are significant, and knowing what to expect can help you plan ahead. Let's start by talking about what we already know. The government has recognized that inflation, rising living costs, and the economic challenges facing the country are making it harder than ever for seniors to make ends meet. With food prices soaring, medical costs increasing, and daily essentials becoming more expensive, the financial pressure on seniors has been mounting. For many, SASSA grants are the primary source of income. In some cases, it's the only source of income. So the government's decision to make changes to these grants isn't just a formality. It's a direct response to the financial realities that seniors face every single day. Now, what are the changes that are coming? The first and most obvious change is an increase in the grant amounts. Yes, you heard that right. More money is coming your way starting in July 2025. But here's the thing. It's not just about the amount you'll be receiving. The government is also changing the eligibility requirements. And that's where things get a little tricky. You see, while the increase in the grant amounts is a good thing for many seniors, it also means that some people who currently qualify may no longer be eligible under the new rules. If you or someone you know is relying on the SASSA grant, it's essential to fully understand these changes to ensure that you're not left out in the cold. So who exactly will be affected by these changes? Well, the most obvious group is seniors who are receiving the old age grant, disability grant, or care dependency grant. These grants are often a lifeline for seniors who have either reached retirement age or are living with disabilities, or for those who are caring for someone who requires special care. But in addition to the core beneficiaries, there are others who rely on these grants as secondary sources of income. With the eligibility requirements changing, it's possible that some of these individuals might not meet the new criteria and could lose out on the support they desperately need. This is why it's so important to know exactly what's changing and who will be affected. One of the most significant changes in the SASSA grant rules is how the government will be adjusting the means test for eligibility. The means test is a way for the government to assess whether or not someone qualifies for the grant based on their income and assets. In the past, if you earned above a certain threshold, you wouldn't qualify for the grant. But starting in July 2025, the means test will be adjusted, and this could impact a lot of seniors who currently qualify but may no longer meet the new income and asset thresholds. If your income has increased slightly, or if you've acquired some assets over the years, you might find yourself suddenly disqualified under the new rules. That's why it's important to assess your financial situation now and figure out if you'll still qualify for the grant once the changes take effect. In addition to the means test changes, there will also be new rules regarding the distribution of the grants. The government is working on streamlining the process to make sure the grants reach the intended recipients more efficiently. This is good news because it means fewer delays in receiving your payments. But the downside is that the government is introducing stricter verification processes to make sure that only eligible seniors receive the grants. If you've been receiving your grant without any issues for years, you may now face additional paperwork or verification steps before your payments are processed. This could cause delays, so it's important to stay on top of any communication you receive from SASSA, especially in the months leading up to July 2025. Now, you might be wondering how these changes will affect your actual payments. Well, the grant increases vary depending on the type of grant you're receiving. If you're on the old age grant, you'll see an increase of around R200 to R300 per month, which is a welcome boost. If you're on the disability grant or care dependency grant, you can expect similar increases. While this may not seem like a huge jump, when you add it up over the course of the year, it could make a significant difference in your ability to cover essential expenses. This increase is especially important when you consider how much prices have been rising over the past few years. Every little bit helps, and these increases are aimed at making sure seniors can maintain a basic standard of living despite the ongoing financial challenges. But here's the catch. The increases aren't as straightforward as they seem. The government is introducing a staggered approach to the implementation of these increases. This means that while some seniors may see the full increase in their payments right away, others may experience delays. The phased-in approach could lead to some confusion, and some seniors may not immediately see the full benefits of the grant increase. For example, if you're currently receiving the full amount of your grant, you might only see a partial increase at first, with the remainder being paid out in subsequent months. It's a good idea to keep an eye on your SASSA payments and make sure that you're receiving the correct amount. With all of these changes coming, it's more important than ever for seniors to stay informed and prepared. SASSA has promised to send out detailed information regarding the changes, but this information can sometimes be confusing or hard to understand. That's why we're here to break it all down for you and make sure you're equipped with the knowledge you need to navigate these changes without any surprises. If you've been relying on your SASSA grant for financial support, now's the time to check in with SASSA to make sure your information is up to date and that you're ready for the changes ahead. Another important point to consider is how these changes could affect your long-term financial planning. While the grant increases are a step in the right direction, they may not fully cover all the costs that seniors face. Many seniors still struggle with rising healthcare expenses, housing costs, and the increasing cost of living. These grant increases, while helpful, may not be enough to keep up with inflation. This is why it's essential to start planning now for your financial future. If you haven't already, consider exploring other options for securing your financial stability, whether it's through additional government benefits, private savings, or other forms of support. As we move toward July 2025, it's clear that the government is taking steps to address the financial challenges that seniors face, but these changes also come with some risks. The most important thing you can do right now is to stay informed. Make sure that you're fully aware of the new eligibility rules, the grant increases, and the distribution process so that you don't miss out on any crucial updates. If you don't take action now, you might find yourself unprepared when the change is going to affect, and that could mean a loss of financial support. In conclusion, the July 2025 SASSA grant changes are significant, and they could have a direct impact on your financial well-being. The increased grants will help many seniors keep up with rising costs, but the changes in eligibility and the distribution process could lead to confusion and delays. It's up to you to stay on top of these changes, update your information with SASSA, and make sure you're ready for the new rules. Don't wait until it's too late. Start preparing now and make sure that you're fully informed about the SASSA grant changes coming in July 2025. If you found this information helpful and want to stay up to date with all the latest updates on SASSA grants and senior benefits, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell so you never miss another important update. Stay informed, stay prepared, and we'll see you in the next video.